everyone, I'm Susan Sharrow. This is my audience. And I'm here today to introduce you to the world of Simon Snow, as imagined by Rainbow Rowell. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Simon Snow is a series of 7 fantasy books written by English philologist Gemma T. Leslie. The books tell the story of Simon Snow, an 11-year-old orphan from Lancashire who is recruited to attend the Watford School of Magics to become a magician. As he grows older, Simon joins a group of magicians, the Mages, who are fighting the insidious Humdrum, an evil being trying to rid the world of magic. Since the publication of Simon Snow and the Mages' Heir in 2001, the books have been translated into 53 languages and have sold more than 380 million copies. An 8th book, the last in the series, is set to be released in May. So, Simon Snow is obviously a Harry Potter-esque character created by Rainbow Rowell and the subject of the fangirling of the main character in the book Fangirl. The main character, Kath, is a huge Simon Snow fan, and to the point that she is a prolific writer of Simon Snow fan fiction with a dedicated following of her own. When she publishes new chapters, she might get 30,000 hits on a new chapter of the 8th book that she is writing to try and finish before Gemma Leslie does. Her book is called Carry On, Simon Snow. In this book, so Kath is, when we first meet Kath, she is moving into her dorm at college with her identical twin sister. Her sister is embracing the college experience, is moving in to a separate dorm with a new roommate, leaving Kath alone for the first time. And Kath is struggling because she is very much still stuck in the past with her high school boyfriend, and especially with Simon Snow. So I'm going to read you an excerpt from the first morning when Kath wakes up in her dorm room by herself. In books, when people wake up in a strange place, they always have that disoriented moment when they don't know where they are. That had never happened to Kath. She always remembered falling asleep. But it still felt weird to hear her same old alarm going off in this brand new place. The light in the room was strange, too yellow for morning, and the dorm air had a detergenty twang she wasn't sure she'd get used to. Kath picked up her phone and turned off the alarm, remembering that she still hadn't texted Abel. She hadn't even checked her email or her fanfics account before she went to bed. First day, she texted Abel now, more later, XO, etc. The bed on the other side of the room was still empty. Kath could get used to this. Maybe Reagan would spend all her time in her boyfriend's room, or at his apartment. Her boyfriend looked older. He probably lived off campus with 20 other guys in some ramshackle house with a couch in the front yard. Even with the room to herself, Kath didn't feel safe changing in here. Reagan could walk in any minute. Reagan's boyfriend could walk in any minute. And either one of them could be a cell phone camera pervert. Kath took her clothes to the bathroom and changed in a stall. There was a girl at the sinks desperately trying to make friendly eye contact. Kath pretended not to notice. She finished getting ready with plenty of time to eat breakfast, but didn't feel up to braving the dining hall. She still didn't know where it was, or how it worked. In new situations, all the trickiest rules are the ones nobody bothers to explain to you, and the ones you can't Google, like, where does the line start? What food can you take? Where are you supposed to stand? Then where are you supposed to sit? Where do you go when you're done? Why is everyone watching you? Kath broke open a box of protein bars. She had 4 more boxes and 3 giant jars of peanut butter shoved under her bed. If she paced herself, she might not have to face the dining hall until October. She flipped open her laptop while she chewed on a carob oat bar and clicked through to her fanfics account. There were a bunch of new comments on her page, all people wringing their hands because Kath hadn't posted a new chapter of Carry On yesterday. Hey guys, she typed, sorry about yesterday. First day of school, family stuff, etc. Today might not happen either, but I promise you I'll be back in black on Tuesday and that I have something especially wicked planned. Peace out, Magic Kath. So this, as written by Rainbow Rowell, tells Kath's story, which is her first year of college, navigating all those new things for the first time. It also includes excerpts from the fictional Gemma Leslie story of Simon Snow and the blah, blah, blah. And then it includes Kath's fan fiction excerpts. It is such a well done, fun, interesting book. So this book was finished and it was such a huge hit, and Rowell has said that she just couldn't stop thinking about the characters of Simon and Baz. So she wrote in 2015 this book called Carry On, that tells the story of Simon's 8th and final year at the Watford School of Magic. When I first saw this, it was recommended by some students. I thought that it was just a cheap Harry Potter kind of ripoff. It's got Simon, the chosen one, who's going to save the world. It has his roommate slash nemesis, Baz, who is maybe a potential love interest. It has Penelope, the annoyingly smart best friend, Agatha, the obligatory heterosexual love interest, fake Dumbledore, fake Hagrid, all kinds of magical creatures. But it is a world of its very own. Anyway, the excerpt I'm going to read to you is from an explanation of how spells work in this world that Rowell has created. Magic words are tricky. Sometimes to reveal something hidden, you have to use the language of the time it was stashed away. And sometimes an old phrase stops working when the rest of the world is sick of saying it. I've never been good with words. That's partly why I'm such a useless magician. This is an excerpt from Simon's perspective. Words are very powerful, Miss Possibel said during our first magic words lesson. No one else was paying attention. She wasn't saying anything they didn't already know, but I was trying to commit it all to memory. And they become more powerful, she went on, the more that they're said and read and written in specific, consistent combinations. The key to casting a spell is tapping into that power, not just saying the words, but summoning their meaning, which means you have to have a good vocabulary to do magic, and you have to be able to think on your feet and be brave enough to speak up and have an ear for a solid turn of phrase. And you have to actually understand what you're saying, how the words translate into magic. You can't just wave your wand and repeat whatever you've heard somebody saying down on the street corner. That's a good way to accidentally separate someone from their bollocks. None of it comes naturally to me. Words, language, speaking. I don't remember when I learned to talk, but I know they tried to send me to specialists. Apparently, that can happen to kids in care or kids with parents who never talk to them. They just don't learn how. I used to see a counselor and a speech therapist. Use your words, Simon. I got so bloody sick of hearing that. So it's its own creative book, and in the hands of someone else, it would have been dreck. But in Rowell's hands, this chosen one, her take on the chosen one, completely transcends the trope. It is so original, it is so interesting, it's so creative. When you read Carry On, and you love it, and I know that you will, I hope you will then pick up the sequel, Wayward Son, which came out in 2019. When I first saw this, I thought that Simon and Baz had said everything that they wanted to say. These characters fought their big magical war, everyone had closure, some had a happy ending, some had a sad ending, but they all had endings. So I really had very low expectations from this. I should have known better. In this book, Simon, Baz, and Penelope take on America. The magic rules in America are completely different. The language, the lexicon is different. So spells that they are used to saying and working at home in England don't work in America. Everything is different. The creatures are different. They're older. They're edgier. So this is a road trip story. They go on a road trip across America. It's full of magic, romance, adventure. The sequel, the third book, comes out in July. It's called Any Way the Wind Blows. I personally love what she has done with her titles. Carry On, Wayward Son, get it?
Oh yeah, There Will Be Peace.
Yeah, the song, Any Way the Wind Blows is another one. The last book that I want to discuss briefly is the graphic novel take on Fangirl. This is the first of 4 installments. It is obviously based on the book Fangirl, the first book that came out in 2013 that I discussed originally. This one came out in 2020, based on the book by Rainbow Rowell, adapted by Sam Maggs, illustrated by Gabby Nam, and it is beautiful. The illustrations are gorgeous, the language is gorgeous, pictures of Simon and Baz. It's fabulous. Thank you.